Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This is Derrick Henry. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. He changed the name. I like your respect. Get it more than when I get expected at the back. In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant. He said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you ain't alive.
They go play action with Hurts. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. It's intercepted. Picked off into the 41. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Right side, Tate. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Bengals first down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and it's third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
He'll buy some time right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. On the move to his left. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This throw is going to be incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So we'll see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They'll go for it. Burrow into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And it will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
His kick is good.
After a fairly uneventful 1st quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The 1st quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the 2nd quarter.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
At the
Derrick Henry. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Being chased. And he can't find a receiver. And he's brought down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Logan Wilson providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. It's
brought in left side by Tate. And able to to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
And a Bengal first down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tate. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Gain of 7.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 46-yard line.
And Burrow going to throw again. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Second and goal. At the 3-yard line.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Complete to number
Auden Tate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
9-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
29-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. There he goes, right side. And they'll bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 21-0.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
7 yards, the pickup there.
7-yard pickup.
Now Burrow. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the...
That is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
To number 14.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Cincinnati.
Burrow on play action. Dancing to his left. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. There's that man again. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Burrow, and Tate's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
2nd down, here's Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They'll try and throw for it here. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, goodness. Another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Burrow from his own end zone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. You see, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's...
And now here's another interception. Picked off down near the 5. He's got daylight. 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Baker. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Vikings nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. They're going for Jefferson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider. He might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in Newcastle, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're heading towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. To the air again, Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Auden Tate, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on.
The kick.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
42. Vikings 7. Randy Bullock.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. Hurts sets up to throw it. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. The young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Hurts. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Now it's Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Smith catches left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Throwing his Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bengals 49, Vikings 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened.
And now here's another